Hey there, podcast lovers. Get ready to dive into a world of captivating conversations and mind-blowing insights. Welcome to the Alonzo Bash podcast, Real People, Real Conversations. From fascinating guests to thought-provoking topics, we're here to challenge your perspective and ignite your curiosity. Whether you're a long-time listener or joining us for the first time, buckle up for an experience that'll leave you craving more. Each episode will explore stories from some of your favorite entertainers, community leaders, entrepreneurs, and regular folks with some amazing stories. May even share a laugh or two. So, are you ready to expand your horizons? Let's kick things off with today's episode that's guaranteed to blow your mind. The Alonzo Bash podcast starts right now.
Greetings and welcome to Alonzo Bash podcast. Today we are thrilled to have a true visionary with us, one who has made their mark in the film and television as a writer, producer, director, and filmmaker, with an eye for captivating narratives and a passion for pushing boundaries. Mr. Luc Stephen has brought to life some unforgettable projects that have left a lasting impact on audiences. Whether it's behind the camera or on the page, his work is a testament to the power of storytelling. Please welcome Mr. Luc Stephen. Welcome, boss.
Hey, what's going on? How's it going?
I'm good, man. First and foremost, Ben, thanks for taking time out your busy schedule. Really, really appreciate it. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
What's good, man? What you been up to?
Well, just doing more films, filmmaking. Wrote a couple of books, which can be found on Amazon. Usually when it gets colder, the filming kind of slows down a little bit. So like between November and now, I think the last time we shot was October. We did a movie called Trapped in Temptation. So once we finished that at the beginning of October, I had some downtime. So I don't really try to make it too much downtime. So I got into writing some books. So I wrote about...
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because I have the whole through the book and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey,
all right.
Your show. I'm on your time, brother.
No, I know what it is.
You asked me what I was into.
All right, let's start with this. I would like to start with people background for folks who have no idea who you are. Because listen, man.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't say it, but you are a legend. You are a legend in Queens, on the street in Queens, man. Your name, trust me, is a legend. So we're gonna start from the. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
You're born and raised for the Prince, Haiti.
Well, I was born in so my father, who I only saw once, I didn't know what the circumstances are. I didn't find out till much later, and then I found out much later who he was, and this is after his death and what he did, because I met the rest of my siblings from his side, and it was there that I started asking my sister questions. And then she was saying a couple of times that he would come around, but my mother wasn't trying to let him see us. Like they could see him outside in the street, but she wasn't answering the door. And I mean, Haiti was very rough back then, so I could imagine the fear and everything else. So once she fled the country, she probably was like, these guys can come to America, these guys can come to wherever, because that's how powerful they were back then. She didn't want him nowhere near me.
Yeah. I definitely have heard stories, a lot about Haiti back in those days and how serious it was. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, there was also an incident with politics where someone who was based here in the U.S. was assassinated. So growing up in Boston as a young lad, what was that like in Boston?
Well, in Boston, I was more into like school and basketball. I was younger, so I didn't go out too much, just neighborhood and the neighborhood guys. A couple of times I've always said that Boston wasn't as fast as New York, but I have to be corrected because they probably was just as fast. It's just that my lifestyle didn't take me to that side of town. It was more or less with my uncle, karate school, Chinatown to eat, watching Bruce Lee movies in the movie theater, which was very different. And that was it. And once I came to New York, I think I was a little older. So I'm getting ready to go to high school. So now it's like I'm seeing the world. So now I am running across the different kinds of people with different lifestyles, and I'm getting attracted to that bad lifestyle, and I'm learning about girls. Now I'm reaching puberty, and my strict mother with her Haitian. Now I also understand why my mother was so strict. Also, like, come in before it gets dark, do this, do that, stand in the corner. And at the time of growing up, you don't understand it. Now, when you're older, now I was understanding why she was doing it like that. She was worried. So, and I rebelled. So I rebelled against my mother, which means I rebelled against my culture because it's not my mother, it's Haitian mother.
Yeah.
And that's how I was looking at it, which was not too cool. But again, when you're younger, you do things that, because you don't really understand. So you just act upon it.
Yeah. Is mama still around?
No. Mother passed away like 2000.
Okay.
2000, I believe she passed away. Yes.
Yeah. Condolences. How many siblings altogether?
So my mother had 5 girls and me.
Yeah.
And then when I met my father's side of the family, he had 9 kids.
Wow.
So altogether, you figure there was between the Stephens and my mother, 6 and 9. That's 15. So
Wow.
I had 15 brothers and sisters.
Do you know all of them? Like, do you guys communicate?
Well, yes, we do communicate. Once my daughter was able to locate my father's children, so every Thanksgiving, my sister Yannick, she has a restaurant in New Jersey, dope restaurant. So every Thanksgiving, everyone comes to her restaurant from my father's side.
Oh, that's nice.
So we get to see them every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's nice. So how old were you when you moved to Queens?
I'll be 14.
14 to so mid-teens then, early teens.
Yeah, high school age. Yeah,
high school age. Yeah. So when that curiosity or that gift for creativity came to fruition, when you realize, like, you know what, I want to get into it.
When I look back, again, my mother had 5 girls. I was the only boy, so I entertained myself, drawing, cutting people out, playing superheroes on the floor, playing football with football players on the floor because I was the only guy. So on Sundays, like I spoke about, going to Chinatown. That used to be my uncle. He used to take me and his son to Chinatown and to the movie theaters. So that was probably the father figure when I was in Boston. So when we came to New York, there was no father figure, which is why I got easily attracted to the things that young men get attracted to, the cars and the women and the this and, so everything that went on in Boston, I think 9th grade, I played basketball. I did good. But then after that, when I got to the 10th grade, sophomore year, everything went kind of haywire. And I started doing things and hanging around with the wrong kind of crowd. And you don't think that it's wrong, especially when you're doing well in it or you're elevating in it. And I think that's what, in hindsight, I didn't understand. And even though I went to prison, you go to prison, you come home and it's like, okay, I'm going to be a better criminal when I get home and I'm not going to get caught again. And of course, I got caught again.
So this is the second time we interviewed. Of course, the first time was on when I had the radio show. And, the thing about the podcast, as you know, you get time to really get into people's story because a lot of people see the success, but they really don't know the person behind, well, in your case, especially behind the camera and stuff like that for a lot of projects you have done. So you mentioned you went to prison. Now, this I never knew.
Okay.
You talking about prison, or you talking about jail? Like you did?
No, I went to prison once.
Okay.
And I said I was going to be a better criminal and don't get caught again. And then I came home and got caught again. Okay. And then I said I'm going to be a better person. And this time I'm going to hold court in the streets because I'm never coming back to jail. And then I went to jail again, to prison again. This time I went to a federal prison. And after that, I more or less was like, and that's like in 2000. So I got home in maybe December 2005, which you might as well say 2006, I came home. And that's when I was like, enough was enough. I got to change my life. And I learned how to be a personal trainer when I was away. So when I came home, that's when I became a personal trainer. Then got into promotions and subsequently got into restaurants and transportation. And then finally got into the film world.
Yeah.
It was about maybe 2012, like 2007, I did the American Gangster. And with BET. So once I did that, because they was interviewing about the people that I used to be with, and all of them still been in jail. In the following season, I became a consultant on this. So I didn't get into the films yet, but it started burning the desire for me to learn more. So maybe, I think that came out in 2007. So it was maybe 13. A friend of mine, Chaz Williams, introduced me to his nephew, and we started doing web series with neighborhood stuff. And then I got my first big break. Not big break, but my first break came doing Better Than My Last, which was with Hassan Johnson.
Okay.
Out of The Wire. He played Rebo in the Wire series. Rebo, yes. That's what he's most known for. And it was a different type of production. Because before that, it was just three guys, a camera, a sound guy, me, and no lights, no nothing, just, making a bunch of garbage. But he was very proud of our garbage, and you couldn't tell us nothing. If you tried to tell me it was, I didn't want to hear it because we were the baddest guys on the planet.
Hey, there you go, man. There you go. At least it was some positive. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you started, like you say, you started working with Weibo, and what was that first project? The name of it?
Very first one, or the one with him?
The one with him.
The one with him was called Better Than My Last. It's on Tubi now.
Yeah.
And again, that's when I learned about, the makeup, all the particulars of when you're trying to do a film. I learned on that project because that project, had a budget, and it had legitimate people that was been on TV or been in movies, and I was able to grasp and learn from that.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna talk about the indie film industry. It's a film industry. It's a big industry.
Yes,
he has done a lot to help elevate that platform. So for the consumer, of course, you know more about the business than obviously I do. How important, how did Tubi change the game for independent directors and producers?
Tubi changed the game by giving us a home to go to at that time. So if you look at it, right, Tubi is owned by Fox.
Yeah.
So I believe that Tubi was purchased by Fox, like right before the pandemic. And they have a formula where they use our culture to grasp our audience. And when they get what they want, they kind of push the culture to the side. So if you can remember, there was this time when Fox had Living Color.
Yes. I remember that whole
Martin, Queen Latifah, and then when they was in college, I forgot the name of that program, but they had a lot of
Living Singles.
They had a lot of Black cultured things going on. And when the audience came and started watching, and then their numbers rose up, they changed their programming. So our culture, the Black culture, made Tubi a household name. Hashtags from whatever, because everyone's putting their stuff on, some stuff, wasn't the best of stuff, and they took everything. So like now, with the new CEO, everything is getting changed, and you have a stricter quality control. So you can't just give them anything. They're not
just can't submit anything. Yeah.
They're not taking it. So, but it's the same cookie cut that they did before with their network. And they put it within the Tubi platform. They get what they want, they get the audience to come, they build it up. Like right now, Tubi has 85 million people a month going through this.
Wow.
Which is strong numbers.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah, which is strong numbers. Wait, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's better.
You on set right now?
No, this is, well, we have a little place we was doing our podcast at.
Okay.
Here, and I'll speak to you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we was talking about Tubi and I guess the new standards that they have created, because we all know, especially in our community, there was some movies on Tubi, boy. You were like, man, come on.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
They made their quality control stricter. So you can complain about it or you can get better.
Yeah, better.
Stay on it. Get better and stay on it. Don't complain about it, because I mean, all good things don't last. You can't be complacent and like, okay, whatever we're gonna put out, because common sense should have told you that it's not gonna stay like that. I mean, Netflix, when they first started, they had some films that wasn't too cool, and then they turned to subscription. I don't think Tubi will turn into subscription because it's making a lot of money being an AVOD. So only thing I can see them, and that is what they're doing, is that they're changing the quality of what they take to be on that platform.
Well, you know, another question that came to mind seems to also highlight indie films as well.
Yes, they do.
Why you believe they haven't really invested as much as Tubi, or open up the platform as great as Tubi?
Well, I believe that Amazon wasn't just taking everything, even though I think that you could upload it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was a AVOD based program when Tubi was. You know, it wasn't an advertised driven platform.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
That was the difference.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. True Light Films. I gotta work them out. True
Light Films.
Yeah, True Light Films. You and Adrian, is it Toscano?
Adrian Toscano, yes.
Yeah, you guys seems to be I don't know the word match made in heaven, but you guys seem to be have a good
matter of fact,
chemistry.
we just was doing the podcast. That was him that came in. So
okay,
if you want, I can slide him in right quick.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Bring him on, man. Bring him on.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Hold on a second. Where's Brother True?
Yeah.
Brother True. Brother True, Adrian Toscano. We're live, and they asked for you.
Even gave me a lot of work with editing stuff, man.
Adrian Toscano. We're live, and then they said that Adrian Toscano and you must be a match made in heaven.
Oh yeah. What's good, baby?
It's kind of
What's up, boss, man? Greetings. Yeah, I was just doing a podcast interview here with Stephen, and doing some research. I've seen you guys doing a lot of projects together, and you guys seem to have really good chemistry. And you guys kind of
birthday.
Same birthday too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
8/25.
8/20.
Wow, that's great.
We were doing a podcast when you came in. So
yeah, I saw that Take One, right? That's a new podcast you guys doing together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you do your research. Okay.
What's his name?
Oh,
Yeah, this is what
Lonzo. Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's it.
But I definitely gonna make time to come up there and sit down with you guys one-on-one, man. Because it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. I told Stephen I gotta make my way up there to Queens, man. But I definitely want to big up you guys, and much success on the podcast too. I think it's a really good look for you guys.
all right.
All right, brother.
All right, good thanks. Yeah.
All right. So I'm back.
Yes.
Sorry.
I appreciate that. Man. I appreciate that.
So, I mean, you brought him up, so I said let me get him on right quick.
Man, definitely appreciate that. So you guys teamed up and started putting out some projects out there, including the podcast that we just mentioned, Take One. So before we get into the podcast thing, I want to touch base on that. How did you and Adrian meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a girl from South Jamaica. She's like family to me. Her name is Kaya Baby.
Okay.
So he did a video for her, just on the arm trying to get himself out there. I saw the video, asked her who that was. He told me who it was. Meanwhile, he was trying to contact me, and I never seen the DMs. And she pointed him in the direction. We spoke. Then he was filming. One of the actors brought me on set. Then we met face to face, and then I was doing another project, Sister's Keeper, and brought him on to do sound. And the person that was doing the camera work was like, hey, let him shoot, and it was a wrap after that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we've been together ever since. Like I said, same birthday, August 25th.
Right, right.
Same kind of energy. I'm just older, so I would be the younger version of me. So the younger version of me that was doing bad, but this was a younger version of me doing good things.
Doing good things.
We just clicked like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good point you brought up because, like I said, I always try my best to do as much research as possible and look at things through, a third lens. And what I've seen from Adrian, man, he's very attentive to detail and he has a very strong work ethic.
Yes.
From the outside looking in. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I hate to do an interview when they go, so tell me about you. So, and then what happened? And then what did you do? So I just be like, okay, you're not even prepared for the interview because you just letting me just talk.
You let you do all the work.
That's just how some people do it. It's just like, okay, it makes me not really want to give my all into the interview. So I'm just like half placing, like, yeah. And then I did this and okay. Cause you didn't do no research. You just got me to come up here for whatever the reasons or whoever told you to put me on their platform. So I really love when someone does the research. Like I did produced a podcast with Women in Hip Hop with Jazzy Bell. And her research and, once I seen her work, it just was like, okay, that's how you do interviews. Cause she'll have the schools, like she does her research. Which is dope because it's kind of like disrespectful to ask someone to come in for an interview and then you research. Like you're not even doing the work. And like you said, we are insensitive to details.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's what I'm going to give, then that's what I'm going to want.
Yeah.
So I commend you doing your research.
Give thanks. I really, really appreciate that. And like you said, we're pretty much in the same industry, entertainment. Like you said, you got the boy to start a podcast, so you already know, and people see these things and think it's easy. You think you just sit down and you're talking to someone, but it's very important to do your research on the individual. And for me personally, I've also learned sometimes you think you know, you start talking and you realize, doing your research and you realize you really don't know much because there's always so much things behind the story,
Yeah.
Nice. So, all right. So you guys started working on projects together, and I was trying to calculate, man, how many movies you have done between producing, directing, consulting.
I would say that my number has to be between 35 and 40.
Wow.
Off the top of my head, but I could go to IMDb and kind of like really look. But you got, some of those things are 10-episode series, which is, but they're going to count that as one. 3 episodes, docu-series, there's 10 episodes, but they count it as one. So, as far as being on the set and working for different things, like the number could balloon to more.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the reason why I asked, because I was trying to calculate myself and I was kind of confusing myself because I was trying to differentiate between projects that you, like I said, directed, produced, and as you mentioned, sometimes with series it gets kind of challenging because sometimes, like in a series, you might do one project.
Yeah, but when you IMDb would tell you how many projects I worked on, so you know how many it was, but like series is just going to be counted as one.
All right.
Won't be counted as 10 because I've done 10 episodes of Born in the Box, 10 episodes of Sister's Keeper. That's 20 right there.
Yeah.
10 episodes of another thing, that's 30. So those 10 episode things is just counted as one.
Yeah. Yeah. You did a project with the late Louis Gossett Jr.
Yes, Sin.
Sin. How that whole project came about?
So the project came about because, well, it came from, I was asked to help out on the documentary of the United States versus Kenneth Supreme McGriff, which was the Mundane Truth, which we just finished up. The EPs was the late, great Irv Gotti, Mike Tyson, his nephew, directed by Michael Payton, who did the Murder Inc. documentary that was on BET. So when I started that, one of the EPs, Lindell Wynn, asked me to come aboard because he had a feature film that he was getting ready to do. And he wanted me to produce it because of my experience. And, I already made several mistakes. And he was like, I want you on there because that way I don't have to make the mistakes that you made.
Yeah.
And, it had a pretty nice budget. It was myself was a producer, Dana Dane, the old school rapper. He was another producer. I brought on Sean Baker because Sean Baker was the director that gave me a shot with Better Than My Last. So it was like, hey, come work with us on here. It was written by Kwame Teague, who is been in prison for about 27, 28 years now, but he writes from prison. And the rest was just history. We wanted to find a female director. We settled on Albany Nazir, which was a great choice. It was her first feature film.
Yeah.
And she knocked it out the ballpark. So, I think we had a casting director, and that's what helped us get Luc Gossett. Plus, Luc Gossett loved the script. When he read the script, he was like, I want to be involved in the movie. He wanted back end. He wanted whatever. He wanted to be in the process of trying to move the project and get the project to the next level, even after we were shooting it. So that was kind of dope. Going to his house, it was memories like, very inspiring. He's an Academy Award winner. He's an accomplished actor. And for me, I think that's what kind of set me apart from other independent filmmakers because of the caliber of people that were in that film.
Yeah.
And kind of like, oh wow, he got Luc Gossett. How did he do that? Like I don't know how he did it. God did it. God did it.
Man. You're right about that. Wow, that's impressive. You mentioned the Mundane Truth, rap, proof of innocence. Now, if you know from outside of New York, the name, maybe if you're really into hip hop, you might hear the name. I get 50 Cent a couple of times mentioned.
Yes.
No, you from Queens.
Yes.
The name Kenneth Supreme McGriff. What does that name mean to you?
Well, we grew up together, so we hung out when I was older. So like I said, I got into things that kids all across America got into, but the only thing is that I hung out with some legends. So I grew up with some people that turned out to be urban street legends, and that's what puts me in the category of, hey, he's a legend. We, they, them, people did some things. Some people did things bigger than others. I just happened to say enough was enough when I went to the feds, and I came home and was doing the right thing. So when I came home in 2005 or 2006, he was on trial, which was a capital murder case for his life. And he's been in jail ever since. He's been in jail 21 years.
Wow.
So matter of fact, he must have went in the year before I got home, but I can remember going up to the courthouse. He was on trial. But yes, we all, Pappy Mason, the Corleys, Fat Cat was my co-defendant, but these are the people that I grew up with. These were my friends. And like I said, when I had no father figure when I came to New York, they became my brothers and father figures. And, that's where I went. And, I have to be thankful to God that I was able to get away from what was going on. So I guess I was spared, that I didn't get in too heavy. I was able to have some, first of all, me and Kat got arrested in 1985. So
Okay.
after that arrest, it was kind of like, this is kind of different because they started doing some very serious, ruthless things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has to be a wake-up call to you to like, okay, I need to kind of like move away from guys, because it was getting serious.
Yeah, that was like in the crack epidemic.
Yes, we got arrested in 1985.
Yeah. You mentioned 1985. The movie Paid in Full, the whole Outpost story. You were around those days.
They was around, but I think after we got arrested, that's when they became more prominent.
Okay.
I mean, they was doing what they was doing, just like, in 85, Big Meech and them was doing what they was doing in Detroit.
Yeah.
So we all got arrested, and, like when you're in that lifestyle, like you can kind of like blow up kind of fast because it's fast money. It's a fast lifestyle.
Yeah.
So when you off the streets for a year, it's different presidents that's coming up. That's just how that is. Like, no one holds office too long.
Yeah.
In that lifestyle. So again within living those lifestyles, you lose relationships as far as with your family, my kids, because I'm not there when I'm supposed to be there for graduations and everything else, because I'm running the streets and I'm in and out of jail. So particularly, I wasn't the best dad. I can say, oh, my father wasn't around and but I made those choices of the lifestyle I lived. So it suffered. So I just try my best to make sure that I can have a relationship with them because they're grown adults. And I try to make sure that if they call me for my grandkids, that I drop everything, because that's what I should have been doing with them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. How many kids you have?
4.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna transcend into the podcast.
Okay.
We could talk about movies all day, because I want to talk about Cream. I know the last project was before that was what, Trapped in Temptation.
No, Trapped in Temptation comes out next month.
Oh, that haven't dropped yet. Okay.
No, the last project that dropped was Glow.
Glow. Okay. Glow. Okay. Let me tell you based on the podcast. How did the podcast came about? The idea for the podcast and all these things.
We and True had played with it for a minute. Like, we gotta do a podcast where we're talking about film and everything else. Yeah, we just started today. So he had another podcast that he started the other day, but we all, like, this is our where we started today.
Okay. Nice. You got a big set over there, man. Big studio.
Yeah, we just built it in the basement of his house, and today we started.
Yeah.
All right. It's our first day. Kind of cold, but we got one more episode. We shot 3. Probably gonna drop 1 a week with a lot of short clips. Created, changed I never really concentrated on YouTube. Now I'm gonna concentrate it. Change the name of my YouTube channel to Take One.
Okay.
And, we're gonna see what it does. So if I can take a day or 2 to shoot 4 episodes, that lasts us the month, and we just show clips, and that's how we start until it gets improving. So it'll just be me and him talking about movies, just different subjects that have to do with film.
Yeah.
And that's what it's based on. As it grows, then I guess we'll start bringing in guests and everything else. It makes sense. But today was the first day. We're just starting, so we don't even have nothing edited yet. We still got one more joint to shoot, because I said, I got to take this interview at 1, so let's take a break.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. I feel like I'm part of it, you know. So I remember your first episode. He was like, "Yeah, I was talking to Zoe that day." All right, so I'm gonna hold it too long. Dame Dash. I saw one time you and Dame Dash were.
Dame Dash is
Yeah.
how we got on Tubi. Right?
Okay.
Shout out to him. Appreciate
Yeah.
him so much. Because when you're independent, you learn as you go along. It's not too many
Yeah.
people give you the game. So I
Yeah.
can remember that some of those first pieces of content of Pay Before You Eat, I gave them to someone. I just wanted to get them out there. They
Yeah.
know about Tubi, they know about the money that they was telling me, and they actually got the dude to give me my shit back so I could sign with them.
Yeah. Wow.
Otherwise, because he was like, he was angry, like, yo, I was gonna give you money to shoot part 3. I said, but you was gonna give me my money. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't tell me there's money. So you were
Yeah.
keeping all the money, and then you was gonna give me money that I
Right.
would have made to shoot my project. Like, why are you mad? So I will always be grateful to Dame and to Omar, who was the point person at Dame Dash Studios at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's dope. Mike Tyson.
Yes.
I saw, you and Mike Tyson, together. You
Mike
guys.
is basically, he's an executive producer on the Mundane Truth, and that's how the relationship started
Yeah.
with Mike Tyson. Basically because of Supreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, when you get an introduction, and then, the people feel you out, and, then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we became cool. But that's how I got to beat him. And matter of fact, like I've said, impactful for me in my career has been Supreme, and has been Kwame Teague, who wrote Sin and who wrote Cream.
Yeah.
These guys have been in jail over 20 years, but they have put me in places that I may not have been, and they have helped accelerate my progress.
Yeah.
Also Dennis Reed. Dennis Reed wanted something from Kwame, which was Cream,
Yeah.
and he gave me the budget, let me shoot it, and that's how my relationships with him and the rest of the people from the city of Detroit started.
Okay.
That's how I got acclimated. But if you look at what was the main reason, Kwame Teague. Like Dennis helped put me out there, but it was the story of Cream, and that's
Yeah.
Griff, that got me to sit down in front of Dennis. Because, we had met before, but he didn't. Cream is what made him dig in his pocket and the budget.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
He's been in for, that's like, same thing, Cream, Crystal the Dog, Nina Monroe. I had met Gravy before, which is Jamal Willard. I had met him before, so we did a movie with him. Ebony Tate, Hassan. Yes, a list of people I met. And basically, I was able to meet Dennis because, matter of fact, the reason I met Dennis is because we was going out there to do a documentary with Curtis School, me and True. We was in Detroit.
Okay.
And I met, someone put me on the phone with Big 50.
Okay.
Al Dawson put me with Big 50, I believe, and she put me with K. Deasy and Nina Monroe, and we spoke. And K. Deasy is the one that brought me to Dennis Reed.
Okay.
He watched my page, and he, was inspired by what I was doing, and he introduced me to Dennis Reed, who was his friend, and that's how me and Dennis became acquainted. And from that, I met different people. Lisa, the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
Which was a very big inspiration on my career, because when I was doing those 3 people shooting without lights and everything else, they was making movies like movies should have been made. I learned so much from dealing with them and understanding them and watching them.
Yeah.
They was definitely a fixture within my career.
That's dope. All right. So we're going to talk about indie filmmaking the real way. Just say no. She Loves Me, which is the latest project. She loves me. She loves me not. All right. How you decide to become an author? When you decide, like, hey, I want to write a book.
There's the author. I'm a consultant on her magazine, right? Her name is Keisha Green.
Okay.
Keisha Green again came from Kwame. That's Kwame T that's locked up. It's like, hey, I'm gonna put you with Keisha. She got a magazine, da 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 da. Because he knows that I'm connected with everything.
Yeah.
So becoming a creative consultant on her magazine, she pushed me to write. So when she pushed me to write, I'm not really paying attention to it. I'm just like, all right. I'm on set. I'm just writing some stuff, blah, blah, blah. Give it to her. She edits it. She does it, whatever. We put the book together. And when I saw the book come out, and I was like, because I didn't put an effort into it. I was like, damn, I could have did a lot better with this if I put an effort into it. So meanwhile, True was writing books also, and he just that inspired me. So it was just like about buckling down, just like you got to buckle down and read the script. You got to buckle down and do whatever you're doing. I just buckled down and I just started writing. So like the fiction, I would take real life situations, whether it was mine or someone else's, and then I would just add to it. And, even with those, and then I did, I know a lot of authors, like New York best-selling Times authors, like Mickey Horner, Kiki Swenson, that I can call on speed dial. And, I would speak to them. It was like, well, that book is different because it's a self-help book. It's not like fiction. So again, I just started writing. Like, okay, let me just write. And of course, after I did these, I think I did 7 books altogether. Just Say No is just addictions and dealing with addictions.
Okay.
Came up in the 80s. Drugs was okay to use in the 80s.
Yeah.
I have an addictive personality. So I went through a phase of using drugs. So once you go through that phase, you have to learn tools that you can use so that you don't keep going through it.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to implement. So that's what Just Say No is, because I've learned that you can stop using drugs and then you have an addiction to shopping. You have an addiction to sex. So you have an addiction to arguing. It's like you have to learn and have the tools to learn how to deal with these things that happen, or these impulses that happen within your soul and your mind to, because again, the way that we work is like a person addicted. You know what I'm saying? That's our personalities. True came through that. His mother was addicted, so he has the truth within him. That's basically what Say No is. She Loves Me Not is fiction. You have these women, and I find different women tattoo me on them and do this, and I was just like, hey, what if they did that? But then they started doing this. So it's like, I have a foundation, so adding to it is simple, right?
Yeah.
And that's, henceforth, after speaking to these authors, that's New York Times best-selling authors, again, when we do something, we want to get better at it. So I want to get better at it, right? So they'll tell me how to actually really do it instead of just doing it. Like, the outlining and the this and the character developments, and I'm just writing and I'm putting them on. So the self-help books is what I really push, because my self-help book is The Power Within.
Okay.
Then I have another book that I put out. It's called Keeping It Up, which deals with everyone's using these gas station pills because you're trying to impress the woman when you have sex, but it's killing you at the same time. So I developed another book, which is Keeping Up, where it gives you natural ways to enhance.
Really? Yeah, I didn't see that. That one missed me. I didn't see that in my research.
When you go to Amazon, just in Luc Stephen, you'll see Keeping It Up, The Power Within. Those are self-help. The Round Table is fiction. She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not is fiction. Blade is fiction. The independent, the film book, that's self-help. You know, it's just basically let me help people that want to film independently. Like I said, that was the first book which I did with Keisha Green. But after I did it, I was like, if I put an effort, I could really do this.
Yeah, really do some damage.
So my progression to get to where I need to be, I started filming in 2016. I didn't do a real movie until 2019. Well, I don't want to say real because whatever I did was what it was, but didn't come up to par. So yes, I wrote these 7 books in these last 90 days. So now I'm getting back into the movies, but next year I'll be more prepared and lay the books out so they'll be a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot more
in depth.
Because they're good stories. People do
Yeah.
like them. But I know I can do better.
Yeah.
I know I can be greater at it, so I want to be greater. I very much like keeping it up, and I very much like the power within, because the power within, that's just me, because we have a power within us, and the only person that can stop you is you. The only person that can stop me is me, and that's what the power within tells you, that whatever you want to do, it has exercises in there that you can do for 7 days. It's not a book that you could just read and then that's finished, because it has exercises for you to do over the course of the week. So it's 21 chapters, which means you have 21 weeks of exercises to improve yourself, your inner self, to make you go and get to that level that you need to go to. So we're talking about a book that if you really did it right, chapter a week, and with the exercises, a 7-day exercise, we're talking about 21 weeks to really get through that book the right way, step by step.
And that's the power within.
Power within.
Okay. Nice. I'll check that out.
Yeah, and like I said, keeping it up is like natural vitamins, eating and exercises, and of course, even your mind. You know, you got to be at a peaceful state, because your mental, don't get me wrong, the diet is a big part of it, but if mentally you're not there, then you're not going to work. So, you know what I'm saying? All that is, especially when you get older, you're not just when the wind blows, you're good, right? You really got to work at your health.
Yeah.
To make sure that you're correct. And, erectile dysfunction comes from unhealthiness. Your blood's not flowing, because all it is your blood flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the difference between making it work and it doesn't work. It's all about your blood flow. If your blood flow is not right because you're not eating healthy and your arteries is clogged up or whatever, it's going to affect you.
Yeah.
But, the funny thing is I posted that, and not too many people liked it because, I guess guys don't want to talk about it. But again, I don't have a problem. That's why I wrote the book, so you guys can go buy it and go do what you got to do so your wife can be that much happier.
Yeah. Facts.
Leave the gas station pills alone, you're going to get a heart attack.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a headache.
Fact.
And a heart attack.
How do you want your legacy to be remembered? How do you want people to remember you?
I want people to remember me as a person that never stopped. He set a goal, reached a goal, set another goal. Like, my appetite is, I got to find the word, is insatiable. I don't know if that's correct. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm trying to say that appetite.
I'll help you, but I don't want to mess it up even further.
Yeah.
Inseparable?
No, that's not it. It's, put it this way. I have an appetite that can't be, like, if I was compared that, I have to get the thing to put in my stomach so it could make me not want to keep eating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like nonstop. When I get somewhere, I want more. I want better. I want to be greater. Because good is not good enough. You have to be great. And sometimes great is not enough. So you have to be greater and be satisfied. Unsatisfiable. I guess that's how you could say it.
And, well, never satisfied. I gotta keep striving.
Satisfied. Okay, gotta keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. One last thing, man, and don't laugh. The Chicken Box restaurant. I saw you made a post about it. I'm not sure what's your affiliation with it. I did some research about the establishment, and it seemed to be a very popular establishment in Queens.
Yes, it is popular. The food is good. I have a best friend. Uh, Her name is Shantae Dunbar. So we always like to go out to eat different places. And so I seen it. I knew the owner, but didn't know the owner.
Okay.
And, I did restaurants. So, when I said that it was nice and whatever, and I liked the wall, that's why I was like, I have to shoot there. So a real quick story. I'm in the gym one day. Guys look at me. I look at the gym. I'm like, hey, comes, yo, such and such. And I'm like, okay. He's like, the Chicken Box. So the owner
Yeah.
goes to the same gym I go to. And just last week, he came and he was like, yo, want you to get the idea because I want you to shoot there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I am. So that was just like a reconfirming of what I post because he wants me to shoot there.
Okay.
We're at the same gym and he's like, yo, I've been coming here for years and I didn't see you. So what happened is I started doing intermediate fasting because I'm writing these books. So I'm preaching what I learned, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to give it to my audience. So I do intermediate fasting 6 and 18. So I only eat from noon to 6 p.m., no carbs. And I'm fasting. It's no carbs, only on the weekends. So it's like a protein and a vegetable. And because I see myself balloon up to damn near 190.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like 173 and I'm trying to get to my peak weight, which is 165. So when I came out of the feds, I was 165 when I was a personal trainer.
Is it? Well, how tall are you?
65.
No, how tall? How tall are you?
Oh, 5'8".
5'8". 5'8". Okay, 5. So 5'8" at 165 should be your.
Well, actually, when I look it up, it's telling me I should be like 155.
Oh yeah,
That would be like 15% body fat. And, as you get older, thin is in.
Yeah.
Thin is the healthy for you. Because, again, as you get older,
Yeah.
you got your blood has to flow. You have to be more healthy. You have to be more conscious of what you're doing because you're not younger and you can't bounce back. Like when you get older, you can reach for a can of soup and pull something if you're not in shape. So, and again, conversations with Supreme, like, I'm doing 30 pull-ups a clip. I'm doing 30 reps of pull-ups. What? Oh, I got to start doing 15. So my routine is 10 sets of 15 pull-ups, 30 push-ups, 25 jumping jacks, 50 rope jumps, 20 twists, 10 and 10 knee-ups, and then I might do a big body part and a small body part of weights, just three exercises, 3 sets. That's my routine Monday through Friday. And also, with the no carbs, it's water only. So on the weekend, could I have a drink or could I have a juice? The only matter of fact, I do make a juice when I come from the gym, like carrots, apple, ginger. That's it. Other than that, it's just water. And again, read the book, Keeping It Up, because your wife will like you very much for keeping it up.
Hey, I definitely not to have an issue. That's for the record, but I definitely put this way. I definitely would order the book. And to be honest with you, a lot of times when I'm ordering books from authors, I would like to have a signed copy. So we spoke.
I got some coming. So what I could do is I could get like next week. Because I got to go to I'm shooting this video in Miami, so I got to be down there to get the feeling and the vibe before the day actually comes. So when I come back, the book should be there. I can contact you. You can give me your address because I'll have it in hand and I'll sign it and I'll just ship it to you.
All right. You hit me up and we'll square it out.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Mr. Stevens, man. At this point, man, the floor is yours. If any last thing you want to say to your fans, your family or what have you.
So what I want to say is that and also I'm Muslim. Ramadan starts on Saturday,
Yep.
so I'm very grateful to the God of my understanding for keeping me level-headed and keeping me where we at. You're going to see bigger, better movies, better documentaries, and I'm going to keep striving by my books. All you got to do is put my name, Luc, last name is Stephen, Stephen, put it right in Amazon. Everything comes up from the search. I'll probably have bigger and better books, bigger and better movies. Another thing that I want to do is, and I've been having this in my head, is that I want to come up with a drink.
Okay.
I get my weight down and
Yeah.
age with the 6-pack. I'll have a drink with my book.
Yeah.
Probably come out with a natural herbal pill for people to take to impress their girlfriends that don't want to read the book and do all the exercises and stuff that need to be done.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shortcut, but it'll be natural because that's stuff that these guys is ingesting and putting into it. That's why that guy passed away. I forgot his name because he used to be the podcast dude and he would talk to girls crazy, and then he died because he's messing with all these girls when he's popping these pills.
Wow.
Help to increase your blood flow, which means it's putting a strain on your heart. Because what it does is make your heartbeat pump so it can get the blood flow to go up so you can it's not naturally for your joint to stay hard for 36 hours. That's just not natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, we as men, and I was a victim of that also. We want to impress the ladies and we want to lay it down. And it's like, if your thing is, if you got your stuff together, you don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can have a raw egg. You can have peanut butter. You can, all these things can help. You can take a spoon of cayenne pepper and mix it in water, some lemon water every day. All these things is going to help with your blood flow.
Wow.
It's all
we need to do
because there's no bone in there.
Yeah.
It's blood.
Maybe we need to do a whole other show. That's what it's help, man.
Well, listen, we can, once like it possesses all those, like I said, you can take a look. Like you could go to Kindle and probably take a quick look. If you got if you have a Kindle thing, like an unlimited Kindle, you could probably read the book on Kindle for free, and just get it, read it, because it's all in your mental and it's all in your health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you just got to be healthy. So that's that. As you can see, like I do things and then I still have another plan on top of it. So it's not like just write the book. It's like, okay, I'm going to make a drink. Okay, I'm going to make a pill.
Yeah.
So, but these things is a process. It just don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work. And as long as you do hard work, you'll get to it.
Well, very, very inspirational and motivating, man. And of course, much success. And I'm proud of you, man. Real talk. I'm proud of you. And now there's a saying now, you have to give people their flowers when they're here. And I definitely want to give you your flowers. I mean, we have known each other for quite some time. I every year I'm promising I'm going to come out Queens and sit down and have a meal. But this year for sure. Sometimes to schedule it because sometimes you travel too. But I definitely look forward to linking up with you this year for the wedding.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And then all the best. I'm holding all the best on your first episode. Take one, the new podcast, and of course.
Yes. Yep. We'll be dropping, and we'll be dropping in March, but we'll be definitely dropping the shorts on YouTube, and that would be under the channel Take One.
Okay.
Take One Podcast.
Take One Podcast.
Hey there, podcast lovers. You know that feeling when you discover something amazing and can't wait to share it? Well, that's exactly what I'm experiencing right now with the Alonzo Bash podcast. Hit that subscribe button, leave a review on your favorite episode, and spread the word to your friends and family. So what are you waiting for? Let's make Alonzo Bash the next big thing in podcasting.
I'm Mr. Stevens. Give thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Follow me on Instagram LucRstephen. Follow my journey. Sometimes I might be exciting and sometimes I may not be, but hey, there'd be something there for you.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you taking the time and interviewing me. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be on your platform.
Yes, sir. Give thanks.
All right.
All right. Respect.
All right. Thank you.